Theft of electricity.
Finally,
Alright, there
someone
we go.
who sees my side of the argument.
I love theft of electricity. That's amazing.
That's such an intense word
I
for it.
know.
I mean, it's not technically true, but
Yeah. What's the
Come
worst
on,
boss
man.
you've had? I've never had a real job, so.
I worked at McDonald's for a while, and that wasn't fun. It was just in general, like, I was just really unhappy, and they clearly didn't care at all.
Yeah.
And they were just, like, waiting for me to leave so they could, like, employ some other sad little boy.
Is there a picture of you in the McDonald's cap?
Not with the cap, but I wore the outfit on my channel once, but yeah.
Oh, where? Sorry,
Nah, it's fine.
I need to see
Nah,
it.
it's okay.
Please.
It was in the beard video, I think.
Okay, so it's pretty recent.
That's
That's your McDonald's shirt.
outfit. Yeah, I think
It's
you were
so-
supposed to give it back.
It's so weird to imagine you working McDonald's.
Yeah, with that hair.
Oh my god. Did they make you tie it up?
I had short hair.
Oh!
I think. I don't know. Maybe I did tie it up. No, I remember something being said about hairnets. So I was prepared to take one for the team and wear the hair.
Quest Pro Health kills 99% of bacteria. Plus, it works around and around and
Oh, there was
around
some
the
little
clock.
update.
And this is what grinds my gears. White, black, Asian, gay, straight. The person who originally made this format and didn't capitalize the I's. I don't know, it just seems like a stylized choice in font.
Yeah.
That's so mildly infuriating that they would get mildly infuriated at such a small thing.
I just don't care, I think. It's like,
Do white, black, and Asian people all have exactly the same skull type?
no, I don't think so. I don't know. What do you think?
I'd have to do more research.
Can you tell a person's race from their skull? It's impossible to identify a person's ancestry definitively from a single bone.
Less than 15% of physical variation can be attributed to race. Okay, fair enough, sure.
Good meme.
I will allow
this. Ancestry definitively from a single bone. I don't think so. I don't know. What do you?
Creating that they would get mildly infuriated at such a small thing.
I just don't care. I think it's like
Do white, black, and Asian people
ancestry definitively from a single bone.
less than 15% of physical variation can be attributed to race? Okay, fair enough, sure.
Good meme.
I will allow this.
This lady kneeling on bread while she looks at other bread. Oh no.
What's wrong with you?
Wow. Oh.
I'm leaving it on the
I love that.
Oh, God.
I kind of feel like it's more charming than it is.
No,
That's the angry.
Don't blur her face. Shame this woman. Shame this gross human being. Barely a human being.
UPS versus FedEx.
Oh, I have seen this one.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad these freaking Nest cams exist to catch
Yeah.
these idiots. I get that you might hate your job and that you can't be bothered, but and yes, express that as much as you want through words. Complain all the time, look grumpy, but don't break someone's stuff. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you?
what's the point of that? You're just gonna get more complaints and your bosses are gonna be angrier and it's just like more people are gonna use FedEx. Ordered 27 books from Amazon on a single order. Got
No.
27 boxes with one
No.
each. That's excellent.
No, what would Greta say?
How dare you?
This isn't fair. Poor Greta.
I feel so bad for Greta. Greta's only 16 or whatever.
Why would you do this to Greta?
Fresh squeezed lemonade.
Technically, she's squeezing the bottle, I guess.
You sit on the throne of lies. Shinbuster 9000. Ah.
That was such a visceral reaction. That's right in the shin.
Yeah, that's triggering.
I've had those. That's not nice.
UPS doing what they do. There's
Oh,
a lot of
another one.
UPS, yeah. I got swatted and ordered a new door. What
Oh
the
my
frick?
God.
I understand that receiving a package in that condition can be upsetting. We can
Of course
record
it
it on our end and have feedback provided. Message us to UPS tracking. No. Tell me I offend a freaking door. How does that happen?
Has he got some mold on his wall there?
I get some mold. Actually, let's look at the.
Oh
find the door first. Come
Why?
on,
This
dude.
is mildly infuriating. I wish I hadn't said a word.
Okay, so first we have my tower or whatever that is. Oh, down here. So basically, right, it's like more like water damage or whatever it is, and this door has like a big freaking, like, you can almost see outside. Oh, you can see outside with the camera. It's almost, so all the cold air comes in, and then it's super cold down here, and then I have to heat it up. Like, so all my heating goes against this door that gets in all of the air. It's not infuriating, Dave. I'm done now, Dave. YouTubers are now literally just reading Reddit posts and making money out
Oh
of
my
it.
God, I hate
Oh
this.
my God, how
This is
could
the
they do
worst thing.
that?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so infuriating. That's more than mildly infuriating. People monetize Reddit.
Wait, you're monetizing? I thought we were doing some nice friends. I'm not getting any
of cereal after eating edibles last night. I've seen that before. I've seen old people do that actually.
No.
Have you not seen that?
No, I was just saying no in the fact that it happened.
Yeah. It seems like a 5-second craft hack.
Yeah? What? Okay. I said K.
That feels very unusual.
Seems fair.
YouTube demonetizes tons of
You try to stay ahead of the mess, but scrubbing still takes time. Now there's Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It's
videos with no reason whatsoever. Also YouTube. Liza! Yeah. This one. And this video will probably be demonetized because there's a naked woman in the thumbnail.
Well, should we explain what it is? Because
So yeah, this is right. This is probably blurred. This is Liza Koshy's Liza on Demand Season 2 Episode 1 thumbnail. We cannot show you it.
It's got a lot of skin.
It's got quite a lot of skin going on there. Yeah, YouTube is fine funding that.
Some a-hole in my office. Damn, that was close. If I took that last ice cube, I might have to refill the tray. Ah, yeah, of course.
Okay, I gotta be honest. This is occasionally me.
Me too, for sure. I noticed I'm a lot less strict with stuff like this after now that I live on my own. When Jonas lived here, it was a lot of like, you need to take out the washing from the washing machine. You need to...
Well, if it's only your future self you're bothering.
Oh yeah, you're
it's
right.
not as bad.
I guess it's just more infuriating when it's someone else. Like when I need to take someone else's stuff out of the washing machine or whatever.
Right.
That one time when him and the young guy slide my new yoga mat. I'm still angry about this. Do you want to go see it? Let's go see the yoga mat. No, I can't be bothered. Okay, let's go see the yoga mat. I don't think there's a point to show you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry, there's no yoga mat.
50k likes, get the yoga mat.
This dude. Oh, that's more than what I'm hearing. Yeah. This is why I don't go to gyms. However, let's go to my gym. I'm going to show you guys something really cool. So Jonas left me with double frame rate, but I got something back. Dave, you're looking at the gym. You're making me mildly infuriated. Just because of stuff like that, look at the right weights. I have these weights. Check it out. So basically, you have these. This is like, that's not sponsored by the way. This is just, so basically, basically, I'm putting the difference here. This is at 10 kilos right now. Then I put it at 20 kilos. Now it's a 20 kilo weight. I don't need to go to the gym then.
Come on.
That was fun, right, guys? One little break in the video.
You try to reassure yourself that something is a good idea.
The handle of my serving spoon snapped. Turns out it was full of sand, and it ruined my delicious turkey stuffing leftovers. Wait, what? Oh no! That's intense.
I mean, just treat it as brown sugar.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching the video. Thanks, Dave from Boy in the Band. Go subscribe to Dave. He doesn't make videos. Doesn't matter. It's just fun to be subscribed to channels, am I right? Okay, thanks so much. 60k likes for Dave to start uploading daily on his channel.
70k likes for Joel to just shut up.
See you in the next one.
Forever.
Okay, bye, guys.
Do you need help finding a fun? With Old Spice Clinic, you can say goodbye to sweat.
Can we have a pool?
There we go.
Hey! Jesus! We only have like a 2-bedroom house and there's 4 people in it.
It literally is. I was joking. Today we're going to be looking at singers' houses. What do they do with all their money? What do they buy? I'm here with Dave from Boy in the Band. How you doing? What's your house like?
This feels like a massive invasion of privacy.
You don't want to tell me about your house?
Just in general, looking at celebrity houses, this feels like a huge invasion of privacy. But sure, I used to really enjoy MTV Cribs, so let's get into it.
We're going to be doxing people. I'm kidding. We're not going to be doing it.
Yeah, my house is great. My house house epic. You know how many swimming pools you have in your house? I have more.
In your house. I guess you can have indoor swimming pools.
Yeah.
Okay, first up we have Ariana Grande. Let's watch.
One of the coolest things about this house is that it's over 100 years old, and it used to be Francis Ford Coppola's house. He's the director of The Godfather, and the first time the movie was ever shown was actually up there in that bedroom. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Jesus, what a flex. That's crazy.
Also, this is less of an invasion of privacy if they are helping you, like if they're showing you around. For some reason, I thought we were just going to be like looking at the raw flats and stuff.
I call this the vampire dining room because I think it's kind of creepy. Like, you know how in Paranormal Activities you'll hear, like, in the middle of the night a really loud bang? That happens.
Does that bother you?
Yeah. I mean, I assumed she was the kind of woman to believe in ghosts, but...
I think it's funny.
This is the kitchen. My
Nice.
favorite place. This is my
Goddamn.
apron. I love it. I got it at Anthropology.
Where's the pool?
She doesn't have a pool, Dave.
Show me the pool, Ariana.
You just want to see her in a bikini, don't you? That's what you want. Let's keep going.
Nice.
Then we have a pool.
There we go.
Hey! Jesus!
There's no time.
She Olympic swimmer. Okay, pause for a sec. We only got like 2 seconds of pool. What the hell is this? I do not care about the inside of your house. I care about the inside of your pool.
The inside of your pool. How does that even work?
Yeah, show me the walls of the pool.
There's suitcases down there now, but usually there's not.
Jesus, suitcases, man.
I genuinely got a little bit of a fear response to seeing that though. Like, descent into darkness.
I thought you'd be
I'm so
irritated.
bad with horror films.
I'm starting to feel more like you though, that she actually believes in this stuff, or at least she's hitting this like things are scary thing a little bit too hard.
So here's the room where I go sometimes to make music. So this is my zipping machine. This is the effect machine. If I turn all this stuff on, I can like have harmonies, sing when they wanna talk and be like. So I'm gonna try something just for you guys.
That's
She's
it.
a good singer.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about singing.
Okay, what do you know about?
Football.
Hey guys, welcome back to another FIFA episode with Rumi. Hey Joel, do you want to interrupt the flow of this video to advertise some merchandise?
No, I do not. Let's continue the video. Next up, we have T-Pain. Let's have a look.
I want to show you something that I had to have in this house.
Pool?
We got a blank bookshelf.
Finish your big day without pausing. Try YouTube on us. Style.
Ba 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 beep 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 ba 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 ba. Dun dun da 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 da.
I like
Now
that.
that's cool.
I like that. I would have that.
This is one of my great studios. We got Studio A, B, and
Oh, it is? Cool.
Oh, nice.
got everything neat, man. Got the brand new D-Link, 32 channel, 30-inch screen right here.
30-inch screen right here. That's so 90s.
When was this filmed? Because I want to give the appropriate amount of respect.
It says 2008 here, I think.
Okay, yeah, 30-inch screen, that's pretty epic, dude. I respect that.
Bragging about tech is never going to age well.
No, it's
never
not.
People are like, yeah, I got the iPhone 5, you know.
Love that boy right here.
Got a club.
Damn.
Okay,
As you can see, this
Okay.
little Gillette.
that's awesome.
My wife
That's
got
ridiculous.
a surprise for the house renovation. Fiber optic.
Did you say his wife got him a phone?
My wife got me this.
That's really sweet.
Is that so that the wife can perform, or does she wants him to perform? That's what I want to know.
I'm about to take you to
Oh.
the best game room
Oh, the
that
arcade.
you've ever seen on Cribs.
That's awesome.
That's fun with the
This is
retro
way
arcade stuff.
more than I've seen in anybody's game room on Cribs.
I wonder if people buy stuff just because they're gonna be on Cribs. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so
That's an interesting thought.
last person on Cribs had 9 arcade machines. I'm gonna have 10 arcade machines. It's really petty.
Now let's go check out the pool, baby.
Dave,
Yes.
it's time, Dave.
Here we go. This is it. This is it. Okay, I'm going to be ranking pools.
Good one.
Oh, this that night light up, everything changed colors.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
This right here is the
Yeah,
jet
this is
cool.
100%
All you gotta do
better
is hit
than
this button
Ariana's
right here.
pool.
Bam!
Ah, nice. Okay, so T-Pain actually sold his house in 2011. And here's an article where T-Pain talks about losing all his money and having to borrow to get his kids Burger King.
That's sad, man.
He went from being mega rich to super broke right in the middle of thinking I was mega rich and then got rich again. He said bad investments and other bad spending habits.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Billie Eilish and Phineas. What are your expectations?
I think they'll just have a normal, like a 2-bedroom. It'll be like quite a chill little place. Maybe a nice-ish kitchen. No pool. They don't need any excess.
I wanted you to have higher expectations of this. Okay, let's see.
So this is the house I grew up in. We only have like a 2-bedroom house, and there's 4 people in it.
It literally is. I was joking.
Growing up, our parents just sleep on a futon in the living room, which is really nice though.
Wait, what? The parents sleep on a futon?
It's really sweet of them.
The way I want it to function, and like I want it all to be like fast as I can think for them to be able to articulate it. Like she recorded pretty much every vocal for the entire album sitting on my bed. Like
This is so cool seeing this stuff. Like, I've obviously seen the example of people doing home studio stuff to like a high scale. This is like the highest scale. She has been at some point the most searching person in the world. And to see that coming from beginnings as humble as this is really nice.
Yeah, totally. I like that thing, that melted clock thing.
Very artsy. What do you think of his singing?
I think he sings really well. It's not like, you know, high notes or anything. I think I've talked about his voice before in videos. I think it's good. I think it's cozy. Yeah, it's easy to get cynical about these things, but I want to know. For example, it can sometimes feel like Ed Sheeran goes really hard at like, oh, I'm just a normal guy. I like ketchup. Like he did a commercial for Heinz. Do you feel like there's also something cynical about this? Like they're staying here and like yes, we are humble. Yes, we are real.
Honestly, I don't feel that with these guys.
No,
I don't know too much about them, but just the practical aspect of they got big really quickly. They must have just jumped on the road and been constantly busy since then.
Totally, I agree with you. It's interesting to hear from other people. Let us know in the comments what you guys think.
I like this. Who's responsible for this? This must have been Phineas because you can't reach that.
Shut up. Neither can you.
$10,000. Is that how you felt when you were in this room? We're going to put our $10,000 in now.
He definitely felt like that. That was his whole thing.
I think he's responsible for a lot of her success. Just like the creative direction and stuff. I think she's super talented. Amazing voice, but I think he's got a solid 50% of her success in there, I think.
Hey Joel, do you now want to interrupt the flow of the video to advertise some merchandise?
No, I care about my audience too much. No merch shout out. Let's continue the video. Okay, it's time for Zed. Zed, I feel, will be the opposite. It will
20
be
pools, yeah.
He's German, right? I feel like Germans, when they get money, they freaking
I wonder
go
if there's going to be
nuts.
no one else in this giant house.
Oh, you're right. He's gonna have like a dog or something, but no one else, and it's all gonna be very clean.
Yeah, I'm just making massive assumptions about this dude I know nothing about.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is like a complex
part of the view. I really never get tired of a view like this, which is really zen and peaceful and relaxing. This is the small door to the house. You can, when you open it, decide whether you want to go here or here. I'll go here.
That was charming in a way.
Yeah, weirdly cute.
I wonder if they always do this. They just put some like people. Like there's a guy over there to the left. Do they always just like put a couple people in there so it doesn't look sad?
I mean, I would for sure.
Really tall ceilings here, so you have a little bit of everything. Right? And this tree, this entire house, so I'm going to place it. He's so unintentionally funny.
That was really funny. Just like freaking out, like, yes, it's all tree. It's dying.
There's benches here for when you get tired of walking to the Skittles machine. This is the Skittles machine.
I don't usually say like guys are cute, but then like he's acting cute. You know what I mean? This is the way that the protagonist in a romantic comedy like gets through.
should be. The hot tub is in the pool, and you can't really see it.
That's a nice pool.
Okay, pool rank.
Okay. I think this is number 1 difficult. T-Pain have that.
Only your locally owned custom bed dealer can obtain my parts, accessories, free service technicians, and the widest selection.
Pool, kind of the slope down, the hot tub. But this is a hot tub in the pool in a weird way. That's creative. It looks strange, but I bet it'd be fun.
The overflow is on, and then when you turn it over to jacuzzi mode, then the water level just lowers slightly, and then the jacuzzi stands out.
Oh! You know what? Capitalism is brilliant.
You know what? You deserve this amount of money if you buy a pool as cool as that, okay? We need more billionaires.
That's
nice.
Ceilings, yeah, clean. Has the same stone that we've seen earlier on the outside and on the inside. This view is beautiful and amazing to have, but I can't sleep if it's not completely dark, so this is saving my life right here. So, this is the magic.
I like that.
There's a lot of amazing things about this house, but this is probably the thing that makes me the happiest.
I love the windows so much. I love just, the openness. The thing that makes me the happiest is just blocking it.
Actually, this looks really cozy now. This is kind of like a modernized version of Billie Eilish's house with the stone and like this. Like, it's got the same cozy vibe, but it's like in a manufactured way. I get Kanye West.
Huh? Huh?
What do you think Mommy will bring you home to eat?
McDonald's?
Yep, exactly.
This will be the best
Yeah.
pool, surely.
You think so?
Is it a pool in the shape of his own face? Like, what are we gonna
But these are fantastic.
Of course.
They're an artist named Ueda, represented by Takashi Murakami. So Murakami is like top 3 pop artist. He's a good friend of mine. You're familiar with the cultural pursuit of this is Picasso vibes.
It's like super clean and I don't like it.
I think this is more clean than I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
It's like weird sci-fi clean.
Weird picnic going in this house.
Oh, jeez. Maybe I can just move in here and have a modest rent. Is that possible?
Giant just found out.
Bathtub. Oh my goodness. You, my friend, are getting it done.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed you didn't get to see it.
We get to see a weird religious room.
I felt cult vibes.
Yeah, this smile has cult vibes too.
This seems weirdly friendly there.
Yeah.
Like, considering everywhere else I've seen it. Hey Joel, this is the 3rd and final time I will ask in this video. Would you like to interrupt the flow to advertise the merchandise thing?
No, I do not. Only bad people advertise their merchandise that is cheap and high quality and funny and nice. Let's not do that. Let's continue. Next up we got Snoop Dogg. What do you think about Snoop Dogg?
Oh, this is a generic flex house.
Yeah. This is like Rice Gun's house.
This is where the magic happens.
Oh, I hope he says that.
This is the room where nobody gets to kick it at. It's called the Untouchable room. Touch on Facebook, untouchable. Let's get it up. Talk to my players. We have a proper little league right here. One player there, one player there.
Yeah. Did it say one plant? Talk to this plant.
One player there, one player there.
Oh, I heard plants. One plant there, one plant there.
This is where it all go down there. Where we create all the musical madness that we do. The Wall of Fame. Every gangbang homie I got come through here and sign the wall. Some of them still alive, some of them in jail for life, some of them still on the streets.
Yeah, that's something we could never really say, is it? I think, like, what's our equivalent? Some of them still playing League of Legends.
Some of my friends in the suburbs, some of my other friends in the suburbs.
But this is what we represent right here, this gangster rap thing. And that's my dog killer, rest in peace, Don Corleone. He hung himself.
What? How?
Okay, he does not disappoint on having dog in his name and then respecting his dog like that. That's so cool.
In the wonderful world of dog.
Yeah. Hello. Boom. Guy who's laughing. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I wish I had a gold skin. Oh, you'll get it one day. Trust me. I thought I was never gonna get it, but guess what? I'm about to get it. I just need 2 more wins.
Let's cook a gooey duck clam. Nope, this is not what you think it is. It's actually a clam. While it looks weird, this is one of the longest living animals in the entire animal kingdom, with an average lifespan of 140 years. Let's cook it up. Place the clam in boiling water for... Let's cook a gooey duck clam. Nope, this is not what you think it is. It's actually a clam. While it looks weird, this is one of the longest living animals in the entire animal kingdom, with an average lifespan of 140 years. Let's cook it up. Place the clam in boiling water for 30 seconds, then cold shock it. Cut the clam from its shell and peel off this wrapper. Get rid of this gunk and cut right at the base. These thin cut pieces are perfect for sashimi.
Ew. Oh, you got this. Thank you. Let's go! One more win. Let's go. Nice job, thank you. Let's go. One more. How did you get so good? Do you have any tips? I just start. Hello. So I can give you some tips. I guess I don't know, like some tips I can tell you. Alright, on this map I'm gonna show you like 2 tips or 3. But so at the beginning, so you want to start doing these called bunny hops. Then you want to get hit by this. And if it's not the direction that's like you want to get hit in, you'll be in the, so you have to like jump and dive right there. So you probably know this trick that's coming up. You have to jump and dive so you don't get hit by the fan. And there's a little trick right here. If you just jump or dive, you can still like keep on running and not ragdoll. But here we go. Alright, I'm gonna jump off so I can do it again, because that was not good. Yeah, like that. And there's a little trick right there. If you stand somewhere, you can get hit, and you don't have to worry about jumping and like stuff. So yeah. Yep, they try doing it. But that's my tips and tricks.
Let's make deep fried ramen. Before I fry it, I'll show you what I did for a school snack as a kid. Then I just ate it raw. First cook your ramen as usual, then dry that shiz off in 350-degree oil. Start layering your noodles. How good does that look? Your snack.
Hello friends, my name is Joe from Room Official. I'm here with my friend Jonas. Yes. And today we're going to be doing Reddit 50-50. And I've never done it before, I'm a little bit scared. From what I understand, you click a link and it's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. And you have to witness, right? Yeah. Did you not know that? Really? We were talking about this before, are we going to film Reddit 50-50? Oh yeah, that old thing.
I just wanted to make it sound like I knew what we were talking about.
I don't think I've ever watched the video about it either. An original 50-50 post provides two possibilities in the title with only one actual result. Since you don't know which one you'll get until you click the link, you have a 50-50 chance of getting one of the other. That's not really how statistics work. So let's just get started.
Okay, I need to actually start trying.
D word pulled out of woman and there's FW, or surgeon proposes to his girlfriend in the ER. Okay, let's get headphones on. This is scary. I guess we should do like that only one person watches. So maybe like I just click this one and then you just click the next one and stuff. Yeah. So like you can laugh at me for having to watch something awful.
Yeah, are we gonna have any like betting on which one it is or anything?
No.
No.
Would it really be huge D word pulled out of woman? I feel like, is this subreddit that extreme? Maybe it is.
I don't know. Let's just say I'm hoping that it's a surgeon.
Yeah. Okay, you look away then. Oh no. Oh no. It was the bad one. Okay.
It seemed exciting.
I was excited because like it wasn't pulled out of woman as much as it was surgery, and you couldn't see what it was or anything. It was just like, you know, the green fabric, and then they pulled it out, so you couldn't see anything. It was just gross. I thought that there would be like surgeon proposes to his girlfriend, and it would be like just one of those things like, oh, I don't know, inside of the body the ring would be or something. I don't know what I was thinking about. High quality photo of a volcano with extremely detailed lava, or dissection of fatty heart from chronically obese woman.
I think it's such a specific description of the bad stuff that I'm gonna guess that it's the bad stuff.
Maybe we should just do it together.
Yeah.
Okay, from now on we'll do it together. Great. Oh, that's a pretty volcano. Pretty detailed. I like it. It's not that extremely detailed. It looks like they pulled up the sharpening a lot, but that's about it.
What's the resolution on this picture anyway?
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do the next one.
50-50, horrifying skin infection caused by bacteria, or an amazingly detailed carving of an owl inside a dragon fruit.
What does NSFL mean? Not safe for lesbians. NSFL mean not safe for life.
That sounds very extreme.
When something is so freaked up that even the raunchiest people would be scarred from it. Okay.
I'm kind of hoping that it's that now.
I do get really, really awkward and feel bad from like skin stuff. Okay, let's see what it is. Hey! It's an owl inside of a dragon fruit. Looks like Hedwig.
Yeah, I was gonna say that as well.
Shut up! I said it first. You. 50-50. Guy gets his hand shredded while working on his car. Oh no. Or a demonstration of how unreliable Russian cars are.
If it's a video form, I don't want it to be the hand that gets shredded. That's gonna be very gross if it is. Let's go.
What is it?
So far,
That's good. I keep cheating. I keep closing my eyes when I think I don't really want to do it. But
next time you cannot close your eyes.
Okay. Tooth toenails or cool tooth fairy art. It's gonna be one of those that takes a few seconds before you realize which one it is. Is it tooth toenails with cool tooth fairy art? Okay. Oh, okay. That's the bad one. Wow.
Is that Photoshop? Sure.
No, I don't think it is. I don't know. Stop looking at it so closely. I don't like it. It's almost creepier how much you looked at that than the actual thing. Ooh.
Is there any way that we can make that stuff like the punishments so you don't...
Have you ever fell in love with one of your customers? You know, this is a really fair question. I'm pretty sure I've answered this in the past 1 or 2 times before, but I just don't think I can fall in love in a subway. I mean, that's probably one of the least romantic places ever. But to be fair, they say love comes in the weirdest places, so I could understand if somebody falls in love with somebody at their job. I mean, I've heard it happen so many times. But I'm very happy with my girlfriend, so I don't think I'm falling in love any...
Whenever we see the news
news talking about video games these days, it seems like it's always the same thing.
In the 2 decades since Columbine, video games have been at the center of the controversy surrounding gun violence in America.
Particularly violent video games.
And it has experts and some parents alarmed.
This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace.
Then again, this type of alarm is nothing new. Roll that early 90s VHS tape.
You can knock your opponent's head off, complete with electronic blood and guts. The game is called Mortal Kombat, one of the hottest video games going.
You ever feel like going out and beating somebody up after watching this game? Tell me the truth.
Yes.
The more things change, the more they stay the same, right? But to be fair, our counter arguments back in the early 90s were exactly the same too.
It's not harmful. It's just a game.
So you know what? It's time to change the conversation. And that's my goal with today's episode, to move beyond this he said, she said style of argument that this topic's been mired in for decades. Instead, we need to get down to the real story, the scientific fact. Do video games actually make people more violent?
The more you know.
Hello, Internet!
Wow!
Furious show where we talk about a lot of things that absolutely do not matter, from the physics of Mario to the lore of haunted Chuck E. Cheeses. Yep, I know, some people will take these episodes a little bit too seriously, and it's especially hard if I'm talking about, I don't know, your favorite hero and calling him evil the whole time, but in truth, it's all for dumb fun. At the end of the day, whether or not Phoenix Wright is breaking the law in his pursuit for justice just doesn't matter. And, by the way, that was a terrible episode. I am so sorry about that one. Anyway, the long and short of it is that this show is meant to be entertaining first and foremost, with some education sprinkled throughout. I was lucky enough to have parents and teachers who got me excited about learning, but so many others out there aren't so fortunate. So if I, through this little web series here, can get you interested in the way a computer works by talking about Mario Maker, or teach us something about gravity and astronomy through the lens of Minecraft, well, that's great. You had fun, you learn a bit, and the whole world is a slightly more positive place because you viewed a video. But today, for all the stupid, extraneous topics that we talk about on this show, today, what we're talking about really does matter. In fact, it's more relevant now than it's ever been. Do video games make the people who play them more violent? And is there a connection between video games and the issue of gun violence in America? Since the 90s, various politicians have invoked video games as this major contributor to the mass shootings that are in the headlines over and over again. And now the president is even calling it out. So I wanted to do an episode on the topic so we can get a definitive answer once and for all. And see, that's the thing in this debate. You have two sides that are so entrenched in their respective answer that no one is bothering to actually stop and do the research. On one side, you have people who are so convinced that it must be the media we're consuming that's causing this aggression that they're eager to point the blame there because they're biased against games. They don't understand them. But on the other side, you have people like me, people who grew up playing video games, where our knee-jerk reaction is like, no, duh, I play video games. I know a lot of people who play video games, and we're not violent. The problem with that, though, is it's not real proof. It's a small amount of anecdotal evidence. It's important to recognize that everyone's brains function differently. We're biased, too, in this debate because we're eager to defend this thing that we love, that embodied our childhood. Neither side here is having a conversation because we're both so certain that we're right. What I want more than anything is what I hope all of us want, and that's the truth. If video games have no connection to real-world violence whatsoever, I want to have done my homework and have the receipts to prove it, and then be able to show those receipts to other people who claim otherwise. On the other hand, if I were to find conclusive, causal evidence that said video games are warping our minds, are making us more prone to violent impulses and making us less sensitized to violence, then I want us to hear that hard truth too. It'll suck, yeah, but it'll be important for us to know, because we can start figuring out a solution. That's not me trying to get political or anything. I don't care whether you're someone who believes strongly in gun ownership rights or the exact opposite. On the most basic level, I would hope that we're all united in this same goal of trying to find the source of blame and how to correct it so that fewer people get hurt and die. It's as simple as that.
have done for this episode is looked at the issue from 3 separate angles. Number 1, examining links between video games and crime. Number 2, looking at the profiles of many shooters and the role that video games played in their lives. And number 3, exploring the psychology behind playing video games and how they affect our perspective on violence. Now, admittedly, or if you can't tell by this point, this isn't going to be my most lighthearted episode of Game Theory, but it certainly is one of our most important. Let's start with angle number 1, shall we? Looking at any links between video games and crime. To start off with, we have to talk a little bit about the history of some of the more controversial and violent video games. You see, if there is indeed a direct causal link between violence shown in video games and users becoming more violent in their daily lives, then we would expect to see increases in violence spurred on by some of the most popular violent video games in history. And well, there are definitely some very early video games that had violent themes to them. If we want to talk about true graphic or realistic violence becoming popular in the mainstream, well, we'd probably have to look here. The early 90s and Mortal Kombat, which was released in 1992, as well as Wolfenstein 3D and Doom in 1992 and 1993. From that point forward, we've seen plenty of other violent video games get themselves bad press, like the Grand Theft Auto series, the Call of Duty series, Battlefield, things like that. But for the most part, the availability of violent video games has been pretty constant since the mid-90s. Now, this graph that you see right behind me shows us the growth of gaming, both in terms of pure number of games sold per year, as well as the number of titles released per year. And unsurprisingly, they both started to take off here in the mid-90s, with platforms like the PlayStation and Nintendo 64 really surging in popularity, and then it exploded
Not cool.
in the 2000s as they really hit their peak, and it all started to taper off, coming back down here in the mid-2010s as smartphones and mobile gaming have become more popular. But it's pretty clear that if the real surge in video games, which would include violent video games, occurred between the mid-90s and 2010, well, if they're influencing people to commit more violence in real life, then crime statistics should show similar growth during those same periods. But when you look at the data, that's the opposite of what's happening. The murder rate in the United States actually hits its peak in 1980. Pac-Man fever truly sent people's minds into the rage mode, but starting in the early 90s, those rates went way down. From 1991 through 2016, homicides in the U.S. have actually gone down by 45.5%. And it's not just homicide that we're talking about here. We're talking about all major crime categories across the board. Assault, burglary, rape, all of them are down by at least 30% since 1991. The idea that the popularity of video games, which again weren't really all that commonly played until about the 1990s, has contributed to making the United States a more violent society as a whole, just doesn't really show up in these sorts of statistics. Now, maybe you think that since young people are the ones tending to play more video games, that youth crime statistics would actually show the real impact of violent video games on our minds, but those stats actually look pretty darn similar. The number of violent crimes committed by people ages 12 to 17 has plummeted since those early days in the 90s to a rate of about 1/5 of what it was at its peak. So the overall data seems to tell us that crime isn't getting worse, even though someone watching the news nowadays would think that it's worse than ever. And that's probably less because crime as a whole is getting worse, and more because incidents of mass shootings have gotten bigger and more prominent.
Alright, got one. Can I get two? Come on, number. Oh gosh. No, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bro, what are you doing? Bro. Bro. Alright, good, 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 good. Bro, look what you're doing! Alright, gotta get over. No! This is not for you. This is for me. I need 13 more ones for current 33 after then the golden chicken. Oh, nice. Good for you. Well, after this, then the next golden thing is the golden chicken bottom. Boom! Boom! Boom. Boom. Another one in. Another one in. Another one in. Another one in. Another one, another one, another one in. Boom! 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 Come on. Yeah! Aha! Too bad, too sad, get glad.
And more shocking in the media. Just exactly what constitutes a mass shooting creates a lot of disagreements. It is shockingly difficult to define, as everyone comes up with their own definition to kind of forward whatever statistics they're looking to prove. But in general, I think a pretty common definition is that a mass shooting involves an incident where at least 4 people are killed by a shooter in a public place. In that case, from 1982 until 2006, there were approximately 1.6 mass shootings per year. But in the years since 2006, it's actually more than tripled to 5.4 per year. To put that statistic in another way,
Bing, bang, bing, 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 bang, bing. Alright, I got this. Okay.